Hello, everybody. Phenomenal, sir. Coming at you with something new and exciting tonight. The category says retro, but that's only because Daddy Bezos has not seen fit to create an indie game category. Today, we're going to be playing Metal Garden, which is a short, atmospheric first person shooter. It's an indie game. Um, and the premise of the game is that we find ourselves stranded in the wilderness and must now traverse an ancient, overgrown megastructure. Initially, to, find a way home, but very quickly it turns into something more. So, yeah. That being said, we're going to go to the black screen. Oh, streamer forgot to attach the game, and then we'll jump into it. I literally thought to myself, make sure you attach the game before you start, and then I did not do that thing. But there it is, Metal Garden. So I bought this on Steam a little while ago. I've actually played through it once before, but it was fun enough that I thought I wanted to share it all with you guys. Because good game and good indie games require attention. So we're going to give it some of ours tonight. Without further ado, I'm also not sure if I'm going to play this with a controller or a mouse, because I can't remember which. I know I tried both ways, and one of the ways was better than the other, but I can't remember which it was. So I start a new game. We're going to play on regular difficulty. We're not going to check any of these fun little things, because why would we? Enemies deal medium damage. Resources are somewhat limited. Recommended for players used to first-person shooter games. Yeah, it's fun. Also, welcome home, Kaure. I thought I had time to stretch a little bit before I grabbed my temple offering, but apparently you sped home just to grab it. In case y'all are wondering, she timed her arrival home at exactly the right time to get the temple offering, but also not have to see me today, before I started streaming. Did I? Well, thank you for that. I take back the mean things I said. I literally checked my phone 15 minutes ago and did not see where I had any kind of deliveries. So hopefully that's the tamarind that I ordered. Was it a small box or a big box? If it was a small box, 3 boxes. Holy cow! What did I get? Maybe they sent me. Maybe they made a mistake. Oh, the desk. It says the desk is coming on Monday. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that, Calrea. Now I feel bad. I literally checked, and it said that my CD is coming on in July, like July 15th for some reason. That my desk was going to be here on Monday, and that my keyboard is going to be here tomorrow. So, without further ado, Metal Garden. Here we go, y'all. Everybody left. They didn't want to hear me talking about it. Entombed in a vast megastructure, countless civilizations live through their long ages. Though they have attempted every method, the walls and ceiling of the structure remain unbreached. The path outside has never been found, and in the structure's overgrown far reaches, many nomads wander, living off the remnants of battles fought among the many warring states and corporations. Go for it. I don't care. Metal Garden. Hey, Hagar. Alright. Ooh. The King of Nothing. This is a sensitive mouse. Turn that bad boy down to that. And... Alright. That's better. Okay. Our smoke. That makes sense. Thrust boots. Ammo. Pistol. Knife. The smoking engine of your old mech, MC-076, aftermarket cannon. It's beyond repair. No tools you possess can make it run again. So we got one of the fun things about this game, and this is not something you'll hear me say often in a first-person shooter, is this is a first-person shooter that actually does platforming well. And it requires you to do a lot of platforming in this game, but it works well, which is fantastic. What's this? I think I went here before. T to melee? Wow. Yeah, I don't think I went this way before. Or was that the right way? Maybe I'm... Oh, whoa, hang on a second. Here we go. Maybe this was the right way to go. Oh yeah, I guess this was right. Okay. I did go this way before. You see how well I remember the game. Literally walked forward and said, I don't think I did this before. We were playing a little bit of Fallout 76 before I started streaming Calrea. That's all. If I do this. Yeah, we'll play with the controller for now. Options. Controller. Oh no! What is going on? Well, hello, Rosebud, Crow, and Raiders. Welcome in, y'all. For those of you that don't know me, I am the Phenomenal Sir. At least that's what they tell me. And I am a variety streamer, bringing you the greatest games of the 80s, 90s, and today. And we are currently in the opening minutes of Metal Garden, which is like an indie retro first-person shooter game with kind of a dark and gloomy atmosphere, some fun lore, and yeah, good times. Thank you so much for the raid, Rosebud Crow. Valorant. I know of Valorant, but I have never played it. How was it? More hot sir coming at you. That's right. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Rosebud Crow, as you may suspect from the name similarity, is part of the Rose Crow franchise. So give them a follow. I've seen one of their streams and it was fun. I enjoyed myself. So far 100% of their streams I've seen have been good. Thank you for the lurks, the tomes, the treasuries, Waffle Dynasty. Appreciate you. I was just checking my controls real quick when I got raided. We literally just shot our first guys. They look like, they kind of look like, I don't know. They look like British soldiers from the Revolutionary War wearing gas masks. Alertness. Calrea did alertness as well. You guys are going to be super aware. Thank you for that. We have dinner soon. Well, I mean, I guess that's acceptable. Are you going out to dinner? The way you said that sounds like you have dinner plans, dude. Or you just got something good coming out to stove. It is supposed to be gray. So you literally came in like 5 minutes after I started playing, but the premise of this game is that countless civilizations have lived and died for unknown aeons inside of a massive sealed superstructure. So like that is not that's the sky, but that is also solid up there. We are inside of a massive superstructure, like think like the Halo rings. And it has been here so long, nobody knows why it's here or where it's come from. And we are a scavenger who lives on the outskirts of civilization in the megastructure, whose vehicle broke down, and we are now trying to hike back to civilization. But yeah, the whole thing is supposed to be kind of gray and bleak. It's atmospheric horror. Okay. The game, oh, the game puts a big, a heavy, yeah, you're no problem. The game puts a, I'm playing on normal difficulty. The game has a lot of platforming. It rewards attention to detail and careful exploration. It definitely feels very limiting in the health and the ammo resources that are available to you. Like I really am sad that I missed a couple of those headshots. You can also actually have individual limbs get crippled that require an extra health pack. So the whole game, like I said, it's a little bit atmospheric. It's a retro shooter. It's an indie game. All good things. It has a little bit of a survival aspect to it in how carefully you have to manage your resources, especially early on. And the platforming is actually surprisingly good for a game like this, for a first-person shooter in general, and more specifically like an indie first-person shooter. It handles really well. I've played it all the way through to the end, and I can tell you it is a good game. We are not going to be like disappointed by, or at least I won't be disappointed by this. So. .com. Hammer and a keyboard. Nice. Oh, dang it. I wasted that. How do I switch weapons? Select pistol, shock. Oh, it's literally just left, up, right, because there's only 3. Okay. That's helpful. Left, up, right. Okay. There are these function as sort of like checkpoints. How do I save? Because you do have to manually save. Toggle log. Okay. Thank you for the lurk, Rose Crow. Oh, okay, so it's just at the beginning of a chapter. Okay. Thank you for the lurk, Rosebud Crow. Sir's doing good. Sir just started I don't want to explain it for the 4th time, but Sir's doing a retro looking indie first-person shooter with survival and platform elements. It's very good. The royally dressed man before you is bleeding out. Even at a cursory glance, you can tell that if his wounds are not treated soon, he will die. Begin treating his wounds. What humiliation. Defeated but a step from our goal. What happened here? a betrayal, and a bloody tragedy. And oh, with what noble intentions we came. Can you imagine it? We finally found it, an exit from this megastructure. The culmination of millennia of searching, a dream of so many civilizations born inside this prison world. We assembled with all haste. I stood at the helm of the great army of my kingdom, my beloved Rea Secretorum, and knew the glory was ours. We would find those heavenly fields beyond. An army that's now been collapsed like so many packs of cards, and its great leader receiving ministrations from a wandering mongrel. Try to move less. Your bandages will rip open. He pays you no heed. He's become engulfed in memory. It's all the fault of these damned sellswords. See, we had spies inside the Central Cyrenian mining group, the local industrialists. That's how we knew when one of their great dam projects hit on a hole in the world, it was our time to mobilize. But foolishly did I march. The mercenaries they hired broke our lines, and my men, my own men who were taken prisoner, turned their swords on me, screaming of my own treachery, the impudence, the gall. The fallen king begins to lose himself in his laments, his words fast becoming less and less comprehensible. It is then that you notice a key by his body, its design plain compared to the proud royal. Steal the key. You acquire the barricade key. The fallen king is still lost in his laments, impressing on you the many ignominies, I think it's supposed to be ignominy, the many disgraces that have befallen him. Ooh. You can have my asparagus. But other than that, sounds good. The neighborhood just got more interesting. Oh. Taking too much damage. Look, sensitivity's too high. Oof. There we go. Yeah, the look sensitivity is still kind of high. All right. There we go. There's two types of first-person shooter players in the world. The Quake players and the Halo players. This guy was a Quake player that made this game. Definitely. Just the level of sensitivity that they're looking for in the controls. I had to tweak it a little bit. Whee! All right. And jump. I do like that the enemies are actually able to kind of jump and chase you a little bit, but not to a ridiculous degree. The AI doesn't feel smart, but it feels just right, if that makes sense, in this game. really know. I know there's like logbooks that you can find, and that's one of the things that I did not find all of on my first playthrough was all the logbooks. The logbooks over here. Oh. Big numbers. Heck yeah, man. Speaking of big numbers, don't forget to upgrade your skill. We got that first arena match coming up on Wednesday. That's going to be the one that makes all the other ones going to be based on that one. Woo! Yeah, thank you for those big numbers, Hagar. What? Oh, shoot. Let's go back and heal. I did not expect that ambush. Also, look at that. Something swimming in the water. How many times have I said in different games, you know, it would be so great if they just had something swimming in the water out there just to give the appearance of life. They got a little random monster out there swimming in the water. Yep. This isn't a super long game. It is going to be made longer by me being perfectly happy backtracking to heal. Because these little stations appear like generally once per chapter, and they have a limited number of charges, and the charges can be used to like recover a limb. Like if you get hit directly in the head with a sniper rifle, or if a grenade goes off near you, then you get a limb crippled and you gotta fix it. But also just generally for health, you know, 2 or 3 hits is enough to kind of put you in the danger zone. Yeah, that's definitely Nessie. Look at that. Woman out there. It had its head sticking out of the water a second ago when I was running over, but whatever. Whee! Little biosphere houses up there. I guess that's where they came from. Aw, couldn't grab it. Too bad. I can get up there. No. I feel like I could probably grab that ladder. Yeah, there we go. Nope. I don't feel like it's serious enough to... I'm probably going to go around here and there's like a ladder that goes up there. Just a freebie. Nope. Yeah, I can't get up there. Huh. Press X to listen in. Have you finished? Yes, sir. This whole section is rigged to blow. Good. Start packing up. I want to be as far away as possible when it all goes up. Where are they? Who was I listening in on? Mystery and intrigue. Bob. Oh. A collection of old magazines and newspapers, likely used to pass time by the mercenaries and stashed away here to hide them from their superiors. All of the papers are many cycles old. The newest issue you can find frontlines a retrospective on the anniversary of CSMG gaining majority control in the running of this strata. The article tells how many people of the strata, as well as most of CSMG's workforce and leadership, suffer from extremely high UV light sensitive bodies. The same ceiling lights that warm the flesh of other species scorch the bodies of those born here. CSMG gained control of the strata on popular support after they promised to dim the strata's ceiling lights as their most important policy. As a result, this layer is unique in that it holds permanent mid-tone conditions. Well, there you go, Desolate. That's why it's gray. Because apparently some corporation got control of this whole level by promising to dim the lights because people here burn easily. Great little lore explanation for the bad lighting. Hey, buddy. Oh, he did not care. That guy just tanked a shotgun blast. Oh. That was a mine. Uh-oh. Oh! Thank you, Temple, for the temple offering, Waffle. That was a little spooky. Righty. What other silliness do they have waiting for me? Yelp. Yelp. Yeah, I do like that the NPCs can jump, though, because... Oh, okay. I meant to ask one, Calrea. I have questions too. I'm gonna ask questions, but you have to answer them whether I redeemed it or not, because I keep forgetting. People really are slacking off on that. I thought for sure that people would want to know more about you, but I was wrong. This will be the last time you ever get to ask Calrea a question. So. No. Left. So what if I go right? The left opens that. Right also opens that. So does it make a difference which one? Opens on the other side. There are some little light puzzle elements to this game that... I solved some of the puzzles, but not all of them. Oh. Grenade. I feel like I'm missing something with the exterior area. Like, why can't I want to get into that, I want to get into that little bunker thing. Do another little pass through here, just to sweep. Because now we got two. Opens on the other side. That's fine. There was this thing too that I never opened. Opens elsewhere. I wonder. Can I get up there? That would be wonderful. No, it's a wall. Dang it. Invisible wall. Boo! I'm trying to figure out where these guys are that are talking. I feel like I missed something. Let's see. Oh. What I missed was the most obvious thing in the world. Maybe not. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I don't know where these guys are. Unless they're just... Maybe they got alerted by the previous fighting and just came after me. And yeah, maybe it's just glitched. Ah, well. Yeah, but these doors both open from here. I guess I'll get in there. Maybe I can get in there later on. We'll find it. We'll find it. It'll be fun. That's locked. So I guess we're gonna do some platforming. Yeah, still not sure if there's a difference between these two doors. Oh well. Here we go. Now we get to do a fall puzzle. Plunk. Whoop. Oh. Where I want to go? There's a ladder down there. Oh no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Woo! That was a little spooky. That's a big sword. Oh, I missed! Oh no, I missed again! Oh. What's not to trust, Calrea? Rocket boots, baby. Oof. Alright, so we got nothing. Womp. Looks like what? What does it look like? Looks like a well-made indie game, perhaps. Atmospheric indie shooter. I've played a couple of indie first-person shooters in the past. This one, I mean, it's a low bar to meet, but I think this one more than exceeds it, just based on the atmosphere and the world building that you get as you play through it. What am I missing is the question. So this is supposed to move, I think. But how? Can I just jump it? No, definitely not. Maybe from there, though. It looks good for an indie game. You're just saying that. You're just being nice. Oh. Oh, I get it. 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 Listen, I played this once, guys. I swear I'm smart. See? See? Huh? Huh? So we do this one. Ha-ha! Grab the ledge. Got an auto surgery unit here. Grab it. Nice. You jump scared me a little bit, Rose. Oh, I was looking right at it. Looking right at it and almost got popped. Thank you for the tomes and the treasury donation, Rose. Much appreciate. Much appreciate. And some sippies. That's me shaking up my protein shake. Thank you. Happy to report I hit 220 when I weighed in today. Technically 220.2, but when I started dieting, I was at 250.2, so it's still an even 30 pounds. Hey guys. Wow, bad shot. Oh. Oh no! Can you climb ladders? Oh, shoot. It's not letting me shoot. It wasn't letting me shoot. That's okay. Once you, like, get on or off the ladder, there's, like, a weird delay before you can shoot again. Which makes sense, but unfortunate. Ooh. Well, you know what? Y'all? Good thing there's a healing spot back here. Yep. We just bring that bad boy back over here and we can heal up. That was spooky. I didn't think there would be gun guys and sword guys, but they definitely worked in unison very well against me. They messed me up. There we go. No, bad jump. Okay, never mind, we're good. All right. Starting to feel a little more comfortable with the look sensitivity. Now, well. I might have jumped too soon. Nope. Pro mode. Hey. No! Okay. I was legit worried I was going to break my ankles there. Alright. Woo! Elevator. What? Oh, okay. I was a little scared there for a second. Woo! I have plenty of grenades. I should be using my grenades more. I know that there's not like regular music or whatever in the game, but how are the game sounds? I always gotta ask how the game sound is. Doing alright? You can hear the rocket boots. Well, that's the most important thing, so. Rocket boots are the most important thing. Alright. Nothing behind the waterfall. Okay. Yeah, I think I should have dropped down further when I was in that first pit. Maybe not. Shortcut? Shortcut? Sniper rifle. Heck yeah. So all of that just looped me around to here so I could get in here and get the stuff. That whole roundabout route through the through this building just basically existed to get me into that. What if we go further down? Will I regret it terribly? Probably. This is one of those spooky ladders where you have to press down on the D-pad or the stick to go down the ladder, which just feels weird because it feels like you're pressing back, like to back off the ladder. Alright. Well, there's an item here, so obviously I'm supposed to do that. Or I was supposed to be able to do that. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that either. I think that was it. I think I remember trying to drop down there and just dying. Pretty sure this is death. Maybe not. Maybe this is totally normal and ordinary and acceptable. But it doesn't feel like it. Oh, it saves at the start of the chapter. Yeah, this is death. Okay, it just puts you back up here. That's fine. There's like an automatic checkpoint system in the game, Calrea, but you can't manually save unless you're leaving the game. The only time you can like actually that the game saves, like you can leave and come back, is at the start of a chapter. Oh, that was spooky. No, 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 no. Oh. Jumping off the ladders is iffy. I misunderstood when I said it. I went back and checked and was like, oh, okay. No, no, you understood what I said correctly, but what I said was wrong. Oh. I don't know if we can make this jump, y'all. Yeah, pro mode. So all of that was just to get us a med pack. Maybe coming in here entirely was optional. Yump. They are pretty merciful with the jumps. Like, you do get the sense that you're going to fail a lot of jumps and then just sort of like hoist yourself up at the last second. Magnet gloves, I reckon. All right. Whee. Here we go. So I'm wondering, should I have just gone around the cliff, like into the water maybe? The game is not meant to be like confusing, like I'm making it out to be with my poor decision making right now. But there are like a lot of little optional side paths that just take you to places you don't really need to be to get more items. But it's one of those like risk reward things, because like you look at how many enemies I fought getting through here, right? The question of whether it was worth it or not. AZC. Oh, hello, Callie. There's a button around here. We're gonna find it. This path leads you around. You see the crack. You're like, oh, look. A thing. There's a little items behind that cave. Let's see here. Switch opened the sniper rifle packet. That's the shortcut back. Maybe I should have just gone around this side. Yep. I think that's what it was, y'all. That entire area was totally optional. Also, there's an animal up there. There he is, Calrea, in all his glory. It's like a sushi roll, a little rice packet on his back. Oh, they're giving me more sniper ammo. Oh. I'm sure there's going to be more that are going to jump down or pop out from behind the rocks or something, right? There's got to be. That's too easy. Just two of them. Oh, yep. Look right there. Stoop, rise, indeed. Grab it! Oh. Whoa! I heard it. Heard him charging his laser. Surprise! Oh. I tried. Can't fault me for trying. Oh. Thank you for the temple offering, Waffle. Waffle, I don't know if you saw my message the other day, but Zora is officially a member of the Temple of Void. So you're not all alone. I'm gonna let you know I bent the rules to put Zora on your team, much to Calrea's chagrin. Because I didn't want you to be the only 5Rs member on Void. Oh, no, you're good. Don't apologize for trying to steal my clout. It's totally fine, I get it. Oh, my right click is jacked up on this mouse. There we go. I'm gonna need a new mouse for my laptop, Calrea. The right click is like literally broken. Oh, he's fighting the new. The Nue, as they call it. Nobody calls it that. Oh, he got me. Well, I probably will. I don't shop for mice like I do for a keyboard. A mouse, I just need it to click right. I'm not super worried about like how fast it moves or whatever. Like, I just want one that works. But that one that I've got came with the computer. The mouse that I'm using for my laptop right now came with the computer that you're using, Calrea. So it's pretty old. It's been clicked quite a bit. All the clicks it's fit to click. I've clicked. Right. Oh, so this is okay. Where we were before. Kick the ladder down. Get a med pack. Guess we still got a charge or two in that heal station back here. We can go back and heal up. I was gonna say there was a heal package back here, right? I want to save as many health kits as I can because without giving spoilers, there's a couple of nasty fights towards the end of the game that it's like, hope you've been saving up because you're about to get wrecked. If I go down there, are you gonna attack me, dude? Gonna beat me up? Oh. Ran away. Looks like the bridge to Hatteras, don't it? Curving off into nowhere. Oh. Yep. It do. Oh. 3. Terminology of scale. Apparently, if we go this way, we'll reach places 12, 34, and 56 LI away. Cool. Oh, that's a hole. I'll trust none of this. Looks like a thing we can interact with over there. What is that? Push foliage away. A hole. Hmm. Seems legit. Bruh, absolutely not. Unacceptable. He just popped me. Oh. So I guess I can't go back? Okay. Hmm. Oh, I looked right at him. Was like, hey, is that a guy? Absolutely, I'm a guy. He was, in fact, a guy. And he do what the guy do. He popped me. I don't know what you're worried about, Calrea. I got rocket boots. Ankles of steel. Mankles, if you will. Man ankles. Unmistakably marked by their distinctive pictographic script, these ruins must belong to the Vilamir people. The most famous story we know of them says that long ago they tried to build a tower to reach the very ceiling of the world. They failed, of course, and now their greatest relic lies buried underground, as deep beneath layers of sediment as one can reach. So this is like the top of the tower. So these people tried to build a tower that would reach the sky. And this is what's left. Some Dark Souls stuff. Buried in the sediment of untold millennia. I'm not sure if this is a bonus area. I feel like I was supposed to go up in that last area. Or I feel like the last time I played this, I went up in that last area, I'll say. Got wheels. I got wheels, and they're returning. Oh my goodness. Okay, I can hold it. I was gonna say, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. I'm gonna check each of the levels just to make sure there's not goodies dashed in the corners or whatever. Alright. So I guess no goodies. Womp. Goodies denied. Oh, I love that. Alright, let's go all the way up. We indeed. Oh, I get it. So the whole thing was it like a spiral? No. Yeah, I guess it was just a spiral going up, and that was like a shortcut. Okay. Didn't really click for me before. But yeah. Maybe? Hmm. Ah. So what was the point of all this? Just lore? I mean, I'm cool with it. I guess it was just for lore. See where this leads us. Oh. Whee! Aha! We're back. There we go. Full beans. Now... about that. Yeah, I knew I remembered seeing a heal thing around here. There's just like highways all going through this enclosed area. I'm not sure why they would have felt the need to do this. These all, you notice none of these roads like actually intersect with each other. Like, you can't get off that road and end up on that road. Like, they all just are going their own way, and they're just passing through this area together. I'm just waiting to break cover on one of these spots and get popped in the butt. Oh, there's one right there. Almost didn't see him. He had his camo on. Definitely not a serious Sam style first person shooter, right? Like it's a little slower burn, but I like it. You know, not every first person shooter has to constantly hit you with thousands of enemies to be engaging and fun. Like, just kind of looking around and exploring and seeing, I don't know, the first time I played this game felt like, it almost felt like a practice project, like somebody who wanted to learn how to make a first-person shooter. It felt like a practice project that grew into something bigger, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't feel like they sat down to just make a massive shooter. It feels like they were, like, building in a lot of mechanics, and it just sort of became a game along the way. And I might be wrong, but that's how it felt to me. Oh, he's over there now. But there's like nice little things, like right there, where there's like a little touch where the reticle turns red when you run out of ammo. And that's not a necessary thing, because as soon as you run out of ammo, your guy automatically reloads. But it's a nice little thing, specifically because it's a thing that would make sense in the world, right? To be like, you're holding up your gun, you've got it up to your eye, you're aiming, you fire your shot, you're out of bullets, so the lens turns red to alert the user, hey, you need to reload. Just little stuff like that, just like little minor details that don't really like change the game, but they just make it feel just a little more realistic. There's definitely a lot of empty space, but I think that's kind of the point. Is the world is supposed to feel empty, but not really empty. It's supposed to feel large for reasons, that are explained in the game. I think they do a good job of it. It also does a good job of preventing one firefight from spilling into another and making things kind of unmanageable, right? Because that does happen in some shooters. Like, you're running from a fight, or you're trying to get under cover, and then you end up in another fight, and then you just get dunked on, and there's really nothing you can do about it. Yeah, nothing. Okay. No good days. Whee! Oh. That was weird. Oh. Kind of hurts your spirit to miss 2 sniper shots in a row like that. And then to just take a shot to the face needlessly. Who else is shooting at me? Is that guy? Okay. I thought I was hearing a reload sound, but it was me walking through the mud there. It's like, what's happening? No. No, thank you. I could drop back down there and heal again. Asparagus is the devil? I mean, I don't know if it's the devil, but it's definitely doing his work. My palate has expanded and grown in my middle years. I even like Brussels sprouts if they're prepared a certain way, but asparagus has not wowed me ever in my life. It feels like you're just eating a tougher version of the stalk of a broccoli plant. Like, not the tasty, chewy, delicious puff at the top that holds all the butter and seasoning, but just like the stalk. It's just like a sinewy, harsh broccoli stalk that runs all the way to the top. Aurea likes asparagus. But that's no excuse. I have some broccoli plants in my yard that are not really edible broccoli. They're just broccoli that essentially like sprouted last year and then somehow survived the entire winter and are now almost as tall as me. So I've gotten some seed pods off of them, and I plan to replant them next year, and hopefully I'll get some edible broccoli in my garden. Oh, that was mean. I can't even be mad about... Oh, now I can be mad about that one, though. There was, like, a mine inside the box, I think. That's cruel. Oh, no, there it is. It was up there. Okay. Okay, now we're definitely going back to heal, y'all. Oh, I mean, yeah, that'll do it. Oh, hey, hang on a second. Calrea loved that. I also love no stamina bar for these trips back. This is glorious. Not have a stamina bar. If you're not looking for items, you really can get around pretty quickly. Yeah, I don't know. I was describing this earlier as like a first-person shooter with really good platforming, but the more I play it, the more I feel like this is a 3D. This is one of the rare good first-person 3D platformers that it just also happens to have guns. I think that's what it is. It's not a first-person shooter with good platforming. It's a first-person platformer with guns. What's going on? I can't make contact with the advanced team. You don't think something happened to them? Ah, as if anything could happen to those tough bastards. Nah, it must be the electrical storm overhead. Keep trying. If there's anything on the other side that I missed. I don't want to go check. Ah! I regret this. Oh no. This is spooky. I do not like this. I don't want to be here anymore. Well, I guess I won't have to be. Goodbye, cruel world. I fell. I thought I saw a ledge there on the side, though. This cost me some health. As I was falling, I looked off over here and was like, "Oh, look, is that a thing?" I thought I saw a ledge I could have dropped down onto from over there. Whatever. Keep going. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna heal. You know what I keep forgetting I can do? Grenades. Oh, I just wasted a health pack. Pressed the wrong button. Dang it. Curse my fat fingers. Some items over there. There a sniper directly above me? Probably. Yup. Don't like that. Woo! Oh! I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but you're right, Health. It does have a vibe. The developer, I think the last time they updated this was late last year, and they said that they want to do more in this world, but that there's like another game project they want to work on first. It's not like earth-shatteringly good. It's just different from what I'm used to playing in terms of like shooters and stuff. Like it feels a lot more methodical than a first-person shooter usually would be, right? Yeah. Like they're kind of just doing their own thing. They're not trying real hard to like compete with any other games in the genre, which I can respect. Notice from management. As part of our ongoing initiative to improve employee health, we have decided to limit the amount of smoke breaks made available per worker. When you'd like to access the smoking area, you can now apply for a key in your shift manager's office, just up through the elevator. I probably couldn't play this, like, you know, once a month. I'm not going to speed run it or anything. But it's fun. I said I played it back, it was like December or January I was playing it. I had fun with it. So this moves this to the left or right, which will power things. So now that's powered that. And if we do it on this side, it'll make this one come up, right? Seems that way. So I think what I need to do is... yeah, and then you just run over and jump on it. Wait. I certainly didn't... I can't remember how much I paid for this, but I certainly didn't feel like I got ripped off. Like, I felt like I got my money's worth in the 2 hours, or 3 hours it took me to beat it. Which is something, at least. The game didn't, like, overstay its welcome or anything. Alright. Thank you for the temple offering. Much appreciated. And yump. Alright, and then on this side we got a right, we got a left. Yeah. Not sure if there's any reason to go up on this one, but I'm gonna pick it first just because the other way seems to be the right way. I'm gonna run over here and then jump up there. See if there's something up on that ledge or whatever. Don't forget to upgrade your stuff for the arena health. Anybody else who's watching who either has joined the arena and hasn't upgraded yet, or has not joined the arena and wants to fight for the glory of your assigned temple, just remember to do so before the end of the stream. Oof, did you? Oh, did you already redeem it? You might have already redeemed it and I just didn't realize it. Or it's broken again, in which case I give up. You might have done it when I wasn't looking. Oh yeah, you did. You, Hagar, and Calrea all did it today. Waffle didn't because he's playing Breath of Fire. And then in minor. Camping. That's right, you did camping. You're a camper. You're a filthy spawn-killing camper, and I appreciate that. I support that. I was gonna say, it's not just gonna like fall, is it? That would be bad. Oh, and then this powers which one of the lifts, maybe? Yeah, there we go. Oop. Yeah, this feels... The more I play this, the more I think that I'm hitting the nail on the head. This is not a first-person shooter with good platforming. This is a good first-person platformer that has guns. Thank you, Calrea, for whatever that is. Glitching out my box. These buttons are useless. But we did get an item, I guess? Right? So what now? Oh, the ladder. Duh. Doi. Oh, it is out with y'all sneaking that one weird emote in to upset me. Instead of making it nice and symmetrical, you always sneak that one thing in that doesn't match. It's been a thing y'all have been doing lately. Here we go. That's fallen. So why did I need to come over here? Why did you bring me here, game? Everything has a purpose. I think the back rooms. Where is that? Hmm. Oh. Oh, that was spooky. Yeah, I totally support the spawn camping in Unreal Tournament. I'm perfectly happy to sit there on facing worlds and just like get 130 kills with a sniper rifle and never leave the top of the tower. Let my bots do all the work. Oh, I know which. Okay. Hang on. I was gonna say Haley, but I was like, that's just gonna make her mad. If I say, and why is it Haley? She's just gonna get pissed. Here we go. She's not a big fan of Haley. Just any kind of like blonde valley girl type, she's not a big fan of in any game ever. A Wasteland Hike, Chapter 4. Oh. But we'll see. We'll see what she says. On this fallen mercenary's neck, you find a curious cranial incision, an external brain you've seen spies use to store valuable memories. It might be possible to use a neural interface to connect and briefly browse what this one thought important enough to hide. The why is it Leah was meant to trigger you, Calrea. It'd be like if I said who's the best ally in Voltage Genesis and why is it Carmen? Connect to the soldier's external brain with your own neural jack. I mean, we're here for a good time, not a long time, right? Processing. After a short query, you find most of the external brain scrambled, following fast after the mercenary's own decaying neurons. But at least a few of the memories seem, as of yet, unaffected, which is somehow more horrifying than if it just didn't work at all, right? The fact that some of the memories are still there because the brain hasn't rotted completely. Why did I do that? Oh, why did I do that? I tried to set my controller down and just hit the button. Oh, that was embarrassing. Of course, connecting to unknown implants is not without danger, even more so when their owner no longer breathes. But the memories contained on the external brain could have some important information. Tune into one of the less corrupt memories. There is a tug, and your mind falls like a device whose cord had been forcibly pulled. Your sense of self disappears, and your own memories go hollow. Briefly, there is nothing. You are a guardsman, one of many standing poised in a dark corner of a large concrete hall. The industrial lamps of the room cast their hard shadows on the group in its middle. corporate leaders of the Central Serenian Mining Group. You remember they've been arguing for hours. You are mad! Blow it up? The greatest discovery of our age? Consider it. If people start leaving the infrastructure, so much of what we have created here will cease in its relevance. Our assets' value will plummet, and our concern will struggle for mere survival. It is the sensible course to take. We have been granted this opportunity to see ahead of the pack, and we should take whatever actions are necessary to keep it that way. Could we really do that? And what of our condition? Don't be coy. We can deal with that perfectly well here. We have seen nothing. We know nothing. All that we have ascertained is one of our dams wasn't built to hold and broke under the pressure. The engineers responsible have already been dealt with. There is more arguing, more shapes moving angrily in the half-illuminated halls, but you are beginning to have a harder time differentiating between them. As your sense of self and your own memories begin to return, you realize what is happening. The corruption has begun to reach this memory as well, due to the external brain's increasingly deteriorated state. Quickly force a disconnect. You return to warning signs playing over your retinas. They inform you your escape has resulted in some, thankfully minimal, damage to your own nervous system. You lose a little health. Unfortunately, all other memories you can find on the external brain are even more corrupt than this one. Disconnect and leave. There you go. Well, we got hurt a little bit. Not as much as when we said, hey, what's that? And then threw a grenade directly at the ground in front of us, but, you know, enough to notice. Whee! Whee! So, as we were saying at the beginning of the game, we are inside of a structure. Like, we are inside an impossibly enormous building. And apparently someone found a way out of the building after countless millennia of being trapped here. Someone found a way out. And the company that found the way out is basically like, you know what? We've worked really hard to maintain our control over this area. If we tell people there's a way to get out, it's going to ruin everything we've worked so hard for. Let's destroy the way out. And that is just absolutely horrifying and totally believable that a group in power would do something like that to stay in power. Like that saying about people being happier as equals in slavery than having superiors in freedom, kind of thing. Well, that's just a buffalo. That's like some sort of a weird cross between a lion and a buffalo. He's a happy boy. We're gonna leave him alone. Oof. Oh, missed. Got him. I see a cave over there. Let's check it out. And there's stuff over that way. pickup shotgun. Anything over here? Nope. The remains of a broken ladder. Stuff up there. I don't know if I can get to it though. Out here. Power. Look at that. Just an endless dam. Oh, and horrible, horrible. Nice walk across. I can walk across a lot of this. That's wonderful. There we go. Alright, everything's reloaded. No, why though? Ooh. No, stop. I'm a little bummed I don't get to watch Waffle play Breath of Fire 3 after I requested it specifically. I hope he's doing well. Last I checked, he was at the new boss fight, so he's making some progress now. He's probably in McNeil Mansion, or beating it as we speak. Unfortunately, I don't have my dual monitor set up yet, so I can't lurk in other people. I can lurk, but I can't see what other people are doing yet. Well, Alrea tells me I got my new desk, but once I get that set up, I'll be able to have a little more room for my computer stuff, and then I can get a second monitor, and then I'll probably, I don't know. We got a nice bonus, but I didn't get unlimited money, and I do still need like money for actual living. But it would be nice to get like monitors and a mouse and just kind of be able to spend some money on stream stuff for the first time in like 4 years. Be able to buy some stuff for the stream. I'm still using the microphone that I got for my birthday from Divide by Zeros when I first started streaming. Like the week I started streaming, he got it for me. Thank you. Thank you, Rose. I don't like curved monitors. I don't like them aesthetically, and I would rather have two separate monitors that are each doing their own thing, and then I can angle them and be happy. Like, I don't know exactly how curved monitors work. Like, if you have to, like, you say you can turn it into two monitors, is there just a split in the middle? Or is it two windows that each take up half the screen? Like, you have to manually adjust it. Also, I think a 49-inch monitor would be a little bit much, considering I'm using like a, I don't know, 24-inch monitor right now that I've had for like several years. 22-inch monitor. And I'm sitting like a foot and a half from it, so I don't need the monitor to be so big that it messes up my eyesight. Oh, that's gross. I don't know. I'm weird. There's some things about it, like technology type things, that I want to have like the cutting edge of, and then there's other things that I'm like, no, I'm happy with it the old way. Oh, that sounds like too much work. What's this? There's a hole up there. I can only assume there's one coming behind me too, right? Yep. Gaming. 14 health kits. Should I risk it? Probably. All right. A contract ledger written on a traditional rolled paper. It details a pact made between a disaffected splinter faction of Ria Secretorum and military officers of the Central Cyrenian Mining Group. RS is to give military support and act as a helping hand in the mining state's plan to bomb the area and hide its truth. In exchange, they would be afforded provisions as well as either citizenship or safe passage back to the lower stratas. One line in particular jumps out to you. The letter. No heavenly fields awaited us beyond the structure, and no God to fill our empty stomachs. The king said something about the heavenly fields that awaited beyond or whatever, and the letter says there were no heavenly fields awaiting us. Alright, so that's the canyon. Alright. I think these tube things that we're seeing scattered around are supposed to be bombs. I think that's the point, is that they're literally planning to just like nuke this whole part of the mega structure so that people don't know what's here. Oh, there's something. Oh look, a free healing spot. It's fine. This is fine. I can get up here and snipe some baddies. Yeah, Waffle's in McNeil Mansion right now. It looks like he's just fought Fido, or he's about to. Ugh, missing out on the best RPG of all time. All the mines. There's one. There's one. There's a bunch of them down there. It's a little crazy you can get up here. Oh, wait a second. No, it doesn't. It doesn't seem crazy at all. Aha. I can actually get the... There we go. Couple of baddies lurking, as baddies do. Brisket for the biscuit. It's golden and flaky. Ow. There was a hot moment at the beginning of this where I thought I was going to run out of ammo, and now I am overburdened with ammunition. And I love it. Make sure there's not any items. I'm gonna go check that other windmill just because I checked all the others. I feel like if I don't check it, that's gonna be the one with all the good stuff. Say I'm gonna jump up here and land directly on a mine. Shotgun ammo. That it? That's it, but that's okay. That was good. Got a little bit of shotgun ammo. We got 5 clips of sniper. We got almost 11 clips of shotgun. And we've got a whole mess of pistol ammo now. We should be using the pistol more for the single enemies. I'm wasting sniper shots. 2 bullets per cheetah man, when I could just be picking them off with the pistol. Is there a thing back here? Hang on. I thought I saw a ledge or something up here. Or did I imagine that? Might have imagined it. Yeah, I think oh, it was up there. That's what I saw before. What do they need all this fuel for? We've been carrying this shit for ages. I hear the guys here just got some fresh hardware to patrol the border with. Must be burning through fuel like crazy. Uh-oh. Well, I'm spent. What they're gonna need to get me is a new back once this is over. Okay? It does feel very it feels very simple, but also futuristic-y in some weird way, that all of the weapon types basically have the same like endless forward shot, and it's more just the matter of like the benefit of each is how much you can zoom and the damage each bullet does. So it does just feel very it doesn't feel like you're gonna get like really penalized for running out of one type of ammo and not others. Like it really is just like a convenience factor of like how quickly you can kill an enemy, like how many bullets it takes. That like, can I get in there? No, because it's nothing. But I can get in here. I know y'all were probably like, go back, sir. Go back. Sniper. Well, this is horrible, and I already hate it. Since he's not here, I blame Waffle. There we go. That wasn't so bad. But now the question is, every time there's a branching path, I just question if I went the right way or not. have gone the other way? Did I miss out on some goodies? Oh, there's guys over there. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Oh. I didn't even notice that. Disagree, but okay. Oh my lord, it's so janky. There we go. Okay. It's not really janky, it's just the sensitivity is weird. It's like too sensitive to move smoothly, but not sensitive enough to move, or I don't know. Not sensitive enough to move smoothly, but it's too sensitive to move in little chunks that are manageable. Alright, I think we got them all. Goodies? Nope. Okay. Sniper rifle's enough. Oh. Do I... Okay. Making sure an elevator wasn't going to come down and crush me. Right? You, be quiet. Quiet, you. Oh. Hang on. Aha! Grenade. Med pack. See, I like that. Just if you just pay very close attention, you're like, oh, there's a hole up there, and you just kind of use the environment to get in there. Very simple, but well, a lot of you wouldn't be surprised, but a lot of shooters don't go that extra mile to make that little stuff like that work. Whee! Pick up a key. Damn armory key. Oh, do we have both now? Oh yeah, look. Damn armory key right, damn armory key left. Alright, cool. Well, let's go to the damn armory. Oh, that scared me a little bit. I thought I was about to fall in a hole. There we go. Okay. Shotgun. Blocked with a rock. Oh. Go this way anyway. I'm very wary of these mines. Huh? There's one. Hiding. Oh, on the ceiling. Sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Okay. That's one. Get out of here. That's sneaky stuff. Oh. Honestly, a little surprised that flipping that lever didn't immediately cause a bunch of enemies to run up and attack me. But okay. We take those. Uh-huh. You see him? Look at this guy. Get out of here. Lurker. Lurking's for Twitch, not for shooters. Oh, he got me. Oh, 2 in a row. Quick draw. Get out of here. I guess at this point I've just accepted I'm going to go back and get healed again before I head in there. Right? Seems that way. Alright, yeah. Alrighty. Oop. So where was the last healing pod thing? Is it close? Is it far? Is it impossible to reach without going through the entire dungeon again? I thought there was one over here, wasn't there? Like, once we got into this area? Yeah, it was in that area where you have to, like, jump up. Yeah, I remember. You have to jump up through the hole in the fencing. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that was a while back, but yeah. There's that one too. That one's like in the waterfall cave, I think, right? Yeah. I think there's one over here, just like... We rode that elevator up, and then the guys ambushed us. No, I appreciate it. It's fine. I mean, let's be honest, the whole game kind of looks the same, right? Like... Yeah, right there. Sorry, I was drinking. I was drinking some Kool-Aid. Got stuck on the wall there. All right. Here we go. Look at this. It just goes on forever. Ugh. It's like an area with, what was that? That which escaped the notice of map makers. Sorry, not matchmakers. Map makers. Oh, I got an achievement. Unlock the armory inside the dam. The crackle of electricity dances before your eyes. This control panel has been irreparably damaged. On examining the exposed circuitry of the panel more closely, you notice someone tried to link the lever's execution wire to the siren warning system. A sloppy piece of work here, but not unachievable. Oh, there we go. Oh. Oh, shoot. We got a waffle raid. Get your butter ready. Get your syrup hot. Waffle is here. Hello, Waffle Dynasty. Did you finish McNeil Mansion? I peeked in. I saw where you were. Waffle Dynasty was playing Breath of Fire 3 without me at twitch.tv/Waffle Dynasty 0428. For those of you that don't know me, welcome in. I am the phenomenal sir, a variety retro streamer, bringing you the greatest games of the 80s, 90s, and today. And we are currently playing a retro-styled indie first-person shooter / platformer called Metal Garden. Quite fun. I started out saying I've played it once before, but I hadn't done everything in it. And I started out telling people it was a first-person shooter with really good platforming. And now I kind of feel like it's a really good first-person platformer with shooting. So... well, but you got inside. So that's good. Right? Right. Baby steps. Just enjoy these moments before Nina enters the fray. Just use a save state. No worries. You saw Mina? Oh, the girl? Yeah, that's like a nod to Breath of Fire 2, I think. Where they're like, "Oh, Mina," and they're all in love with her. Yeah. No, I'm talking about Nina. AKA Trash. This chick. Yeah, and if you haven't played Breath of Fire 2, I feel like you have, but if you haven't played Breath of Fire 2 before, in Breath of Fire 2, there's Nina, who's a playable party member, and then there's Mina, who plays a part to the story, and Mina is Nina's little sister. Okay, yeah, there you go. So, that little bit of dialogue we got before basically just served to warn us that when we flipped this lever, it was gonna set off an alarm, I guess. Sure. It's gonna be late. You gonna answer? You know I don't finish up till late. I don't have responsibilities like you guys do. Kyrea just lets me do whatever I want. Okay. Doesn't sound like a motivating reason to put a ring on it then, does it? If that's the only thing letting me do what I want is because there's no ring. Scammer scammed herself. Ah! There's a quote that specifically talks about that. Do you get points for raiding me? Oh yeah, that was a thing, wasn't it? That was a temple point thing at one point. I haven't been giving them, so I would say no. I would say that raids for points is fundamentally unfair because it skews things in favor of other streamers versus viewers. Also because Health has raided me multiple times this month, and I never even thought to give him temple points. I can't get out like a rat in a trap. More? Nope. Okay, well, we're good. Thank you for your understanding and forgiveness. All right. I will say, if we finish this early, I'm going to play something else. I'm thinking I might play a Backrooms game or something. Might play like the Complex found footage. Something shorter. Haven't decided yet, though. Guess theoretically I could end stream early and just go watch Cleveland Tom. Actually see him read some of the haikus that I paid good money for. I was telling Calrea the other day I'm about ready to switch my schedule up. I had threatened to do it a while back, threatened to start streaming like Tuesdays and Thursdays instead, and I don't really want to because it'll mess my whole life up basically. Because Mondays and Fridays are like short work days for me, so streaming on those days makes things easier. But I kind of don't like not being able to see anybody stream because everyone streams at the same time as me. Opening last sent message. The generally held belief is that there is no such thing as a completely closed structure, a completely isolated system. This would violate the laws of thermodynamics that we understand, not to mention create a simple energy supply problem. In the case of a megastructure as massive as the one we find ourselves trapped in. Therefore, even if the megastructure's supposed outer walls have always been far too difficult to drill or bomb through, and you especially, ministers, should know the exuberant costs that drilling even the smallest amount have incurred in the past, the hope of finding a maintenance tunnel or a ventilation shaft has at least always been present. And it is exactly one of these passages that we believe we have now found. Message from head researcher to Holden Eastva. And to answer your other question, Minister, off the record, of course, the UV light diffusion we have measured in the outer structure has been at far below standard levels where it can even be measured at all. I'm tremendously happy to report such a space would indeed solve our most major concern. That's the other thing, is not just the scale of this place, but the fact that people have lived in here for thousands of years and they've been looking for an exit and haven't found one. And it's not because one doesn't exist, it's because the place is literally just so big that going, square by square just takes hundreds of generations. Again, wild. The ceiling is so high up, there's clouds. Which, honestly, is a real thing. There is actually a cave system in, I believe it's in China, that it opens up to the outside in some places, like the ceiling has fallen through or whatever, but the cave itself is so large and so deep that clouds do form inside, like there are like pocket weather systems inside of the cave. Like sometimes the differential between like the outside temperature and weather climate and the cave is so different that it will like be misting inside the cave, but outside it's sunny. Might and Magic 6, but I'd have to play the other 5 first or I wouldn't know what's going on. MC-172 Border Watcher. I had 15 or 14 grenades, 17 health kits. I'm feeling good about this fight. Uh-oh, I'm not feeling so good about this fight. Oh no, rockets! It is actually possible to break individual pieces off of this thing, which is pretty cool. There you go, case in point. The bosses, I mean, honestly, all the enemies are pretty easy. Like, you can dodge their bullets and stuff, which is nice. But I will say, just when you do occasionally mess up, man, it hurts. You can only take 2 or 3 hits in a given area before it really starts to, like, tear up your resources. That went really well. That went a lot better than the first time I fought that boss. And I feel good. GG to me. I'll need the first 5, huh? Hmm. I wonder if it's possible to get this thing open while that guy's shooting at you and just, like, not fighting. That would actually be interesting. I wonder if there's a way to just, like, beat this entire game without actually killing anyone. Oh, that's the little monster dude. He's swimming away. Okay. Nice. Oh. Here we go, Calrea. Oh, hate it. Hated it. Oh. That is a spooky jump. Oh shoot. I think they just set off the explosives. Hard to stream because they're full screen only. I'm streaming this on full screen. Can you not like alt tab out of it and then just like that's what I do for a lot of my full stream games. Some of the older games you can't do that because it does like glitch the game out a little bit. But like this, I'm playing it full screen. I just turned it on and then hit alt tab and went back to my OBS and like activated the capture and then went back to the game. Oof. But I guess with some like I know with like the older games that don't run on like the more modern Windows systems, that can doing the Alt Tab thing can mess stuff up occasionally. I am planning to get 2 monitors soon, but I've been streaming for 5 years with no issues with 2 monitors or with 1 monitor. I don't think it's necessarily necessary. I don't know if that's actually doing anything or not. No, I didn't get a new PC. I was thinking about it, but I decided to save my money for now. I got a desk. I had a new desk delivered today. And then I'm going to get another monitor, but honestly, like I was saying before you came in, the main reason I want the second monitor is so that I can like see what you guys are doing and like watch other people. Because right now I have my like I'm playing on my monitor and then I'm watching my stream on my laptop. So whenever you guys hear me be like, "Oh, hold on for a second, guys," I'm like clicking around on my laptop to like check stuff or to follow people or do shout outs or whatever. So I don't have to like switch between screens once I get the stream like up and stable. I don't mess with anything unless I absolutely have to. Hagar was telling me I should do a curved monitor, but I don't know. That might be a little too Gucci for me. Oh. The ancient terminal whirs to life. An endless wall of code cuts across its dusty display, the pure language of machines. Line by line, you begin deciphering the message. Current working hour is... What is this number? 27,342,549,243. How many days is that? What is that? 27342. 549,243. Divided by 24 is 113,927,2885. So that's 1,139,272,885 days. Divided by 365. So this computer's current working hour, this computer has been working for 3,121,295 and a half years. That's insane. With no issues. The number of operating hours has exceeded the statuary of the Artificial Intelligence Safety Convention. Please contact the Maintenance Committee for machine euthanasia and replacement. Current working hour is... The same message keeps repeating again and again. Other functions seem unrestorable. So it's just been flashing a needs maintenance message for who knows how long. It's probably been flashing a maintenance message for 3,121,594 of those years. But yeah, no issues. And it worked. Powered on. Okay, so we turned the power back on, so now that lever outside should work? Question mark? There we go. Oh, this is the drill that they were using, I guess, that broke through to the outside. Oh. 6. Planet surgery. Look at that. Rocket boots. For the win! I was just saying, that feels like a safer place to run than up the console like I was about to do. An endless train track into nothing. So I know what that is. It's gonna explain it in sciencey terms in a minute, and then we'll delve into it. But just look at that. Thank you for the temple offering, Health. You're here just in time. So you see the monitor here. This is showing us what this is. A portable device of familiar design has been connected to this terminal. It seems to be plowing for data and functions far deeper than the ancient mainframe would ever willingly give up. Access data records. Megastructure designation H5 Artificentric 7R16. Structure type Counterweight world. A counterweight world is a type of physically smaller, though much heavier megastructure built within a far larger one. Counterweight worlds were created with the purpose of gravitationally binding orbits of planets and other celestial bodies that would find themselves in the way of the outer structure's expansion. Having been created before most of the nearby outer structure, they would restrain and prevent the intruding celestial body from striking its walls or ceiling, thus ensuring the structure's future stability. They were most often built in the very earliest ages of construction, especially in what we now regard as the former solar system. Additionally, like many other utilitarian yet crucial complexes, a large maintenance team would remain inside these structures. The species they were known to seed often had their origins tracing back to well-patterned gene pools, their biological parameters usually chosen to best assist in specific tasks of the structure's future preservation. However, with the megastructure's expansion past the Kuiper Belt, and with maintenance teams having left the structures, contact with many of these counterweight worlds has been lost. So the Kuiper Belt, for those of y'all who are not aware, is a vast donut-shaped region of icy bodies and dwarf planets extending beyond Neptune's orbit. Ranging from 30 to 50 astronomical units from the sun, this ancient cosmic junkyard contains leftover remnants from the formation of our solar system. So apparently the megastructure has been built it has been built so big it goes beyond Neptune. As such, it is very difficult for us to verify their present stability. Log end. So, the computer inside that building has been running for over 3 million years. And this entire thing that we have lived our entire lives in, that thousands of generations have lived in, is basically a pillar that is built inside this structure. They essentially built like a Dyson sphere, or like they built a ceiling and a floor around the entire solar system. And our pillar exists to provide an artificial gravitational pull to keep that planet from drifting off and slamming into the wall. So the entirety of this massive, endless world is just here to give that planet something to orbit. And per the computer, this whole section of the larger megastructure has been abandoned for millions of years. Insane. Mind blown. This is the kind of, and I love this because this is the kind of sci-fi that people used to write about in like the 70s and 80s. Like after Jules Verne, you know, after we had gone to space, but before all of the other things that exist in the world began to kind of press down on our outward expansion. This is what people thought we were going to do one day. The gears that have not been used in aeons grind in violent resistance against your demand for movements. Before you, millions of miles of concrete and steel stretch out, dwarfing a great crimson sphere. You watch as endless tides of hard matter unfold, one solid stacked surface after another. And as the slow descent of the elevator continues, you begin to glimpse for the first time the true vastness of your escape. Many hours later, the elevator descends to its lowest point, at last coming to a halt above raging oceans of liquid coolant, the industrial towers holding up the ceiling like mythological giants of ancient tales. Finally preparing to leave the elevator and facing an ever stranger landscape, you nonetheless find the familiar step of your nomadic wandering returning, the promise engraved in every mile traveled that the seeking itself is the answer. The end. And there's your team. There's your development team. There he is. And then some people who handled localization, a person who did some animations. Yep, we just beat it. That's it. Yeah. So as Health said, it's not really clear what this game is going for, but it really goes for it. And if you can't tell from me, just the way I was just talking, I'm a little bit of like I guess you'd call it like a middle era sci-fi nerd, right? Like a Silver Age sci-fi nerd. And I just absolutely love this. Like I said, this makes me think about like Dyson spheres and ring worlds and things like that. And just like the impossible vastness of what people used to believe, some still believe, that humanity could one day build. And just the boggling of the mind of the idea of that amount of time going by, right? We just spent, what, roughly 3 hours. We discovered something truly extraordinary for our character and for everybody that lives in this world. And yet we know absolutely nothing about the world itself. Like, that is honestly some good world building. Because other than a couple of name drops for some organizations, you learn nothing whatsoever about the actual world that you were exploring. accept that world's place in the larger universe, and that is somehow enough. So I like it. I think it's good. In fact, I'm feeling so cheeky, I might even rate it. Might even rate it. I think that there are parts of the game. I'll start from the beginning. I think visually it does what it needs to do. It is a retro style title. It's Unreal Engine, so it runs smoothly. It runs on modern computers. I will say that there are a lot of big empty spaces, right? The game does not feel rushed. It doesn't feel like it's in a hurry to get you to where you're going, but it also ends very quickly and suddenly. It's just over. And I think that a big part of what the developer was going for when they said that like the journey is kind of the point, right? Like it's not where you get, but it's the fact that you went somewhere. I think that kind of is why the game has the pacing that it has, right? Because they wanted you to experience the ability to actually like move and be amazed by the scale of the areas that you were going through, not really understand the significance of what you were seeing, but understand that you're kind of like the ant crawling across the globe kind of thing, right? Like I think they did a good job. I think that there's definitely some weirdness to it. I think that there's sometimes some jank. Um Obviously I wish there was more to it, but I would say personally, I think it's like a 4.5 star game if you're into this type of game. Again, this is kind of like Battlezone, right? Like I'm in this weird phase with my games where I'm playing these weird fusion games. I was reading about Battlezone the other day, and this person was saying, one of the original developers was saying that the reason there's no Battlezone 3 is because Battlezone 2 was supposed to be a mix between FPS and RTS, and both groups hated it because FPS people don't want to think and RTS people don't want to die. That was the comment he made. And I kind of feel like this is the same kind of thing, right? Like I think that shooter fans of the FPS genre will probably find this game boring because there's not a lot of shooting, and the fighting that is there is kind of slow paced and methodical. I mean, you can see the bullets coming at you and sidestep them, right? I think that platformer people who are fans of platformers will say there's not enough platforming and exploration, and also stuff keeps shooting me. So I don't know how well this did overall, but for weird people like me that like that are big fans of like fusion dishes, I think this is a great fusion dish game. So I'm gonna give it 4 stars.